Imagine a bike that blends rugged off-road power with the comfort and tech of a luxury touring machine. That's exactly what BMW claims to have achieved with the all-new BMW R12 GS 2026, a model that's not just a refresh, but a full-on reinvention of their adventure lineup. It's lighter, smarter, and more connected than ever before. But here's the question everyone's asking. Has BMW finally created the perfect adventure bike? Or is this just another case of style over substance? Let's find out if the R12 GS 2026 truly lives up to its bold promise. BMW's GS lineup has always defined what an adventure bike should be. Rugged, capable, and ready to conquer anything, from city streets to mountain trails. And now, with the 2026 BMW R12 GS, the brand is raising the bar once again. Built to replace the legendary R1250 GS, this new generation isn't just about more power or a few design tweaks. It's a complete rethink of what riders expect from a modern adventure motorcycle. BMW has refined its classic Boxer engine, trimmed down the weight, and packed in smarter technology to make long-distance touring smoother and more thrilling. It's aimed at riders who crave versatility, those who want a bike that's equally at home on a dirt path, as it is cruising down the highway. But here's what makes this launch truly exciting. BMW says the R12 GS brings back the pure, mechanical riding feel of the early GS models while still being one of the most advanced adventure bikes ever made. So, does this 2026 version actually deliver that perfect blend of tradition and innovation? Let's dig deeper and see what BMW has really built this time. At first glance, the BMW R12 GS 2026 looks unmistakably GS, but sharper, leaner, and more athletic than ever. BMW didn't just tweak the styling, they gave the bike a full redesign that makes it instantly recognizable yet refreshingly modern. The tank is slimmer, the frame cleaner, and the new LED matrix headlight gives it a bold, futuristic stare that stands out whether you're riding through downtown LA or cutting across a dusty back road. The bodywork feels tighter and more purposeful, reducing bulk while improving aerodynamics. You notice small but thoughtful details everywhere, from the sculpted aluminum panels to the revised ergonomics that put comfort and control at the center of the experience. The riding position is upright but relaxed, giving you that commanding adventure bike stance without feeling top-heavy. Underneath that refined exterior sits the heart of the beast, a 1,170 cc air and oil-cooled Boxer engine, refined to deliver smoother torque and a more natural throttle response. BMW's engineers wanted to bring back that mechanical soul riders loved in the original GS models while keeping all the benefits of modern electronics. The result? About 109 horsepower and a strong mid-range that makes overtaking or climbing steep trails effortless. You twist the throttle and it responds instantly with a deep, satisfying growl that's pure BMW. The suspension setup is just as impressive. BMW's new telelever and paralever system works with an adaptive damping feature that automatically adjusts to the terrain. On highways, it's planted and comfortable. Off-road, it feels surprisingly agile and forgiving. Paired with multiple riding modes, including Enduro, Rain, and Dynamic, the R12 GS feels like several bikes rolled into one. You can cruise smoothly on Sunday morning, then switch to full adventure mode the next day, and push through gravel, mud, or snow without skipping a beat. Inside the cockpit, the upgrades continue. The new 6.5-inch TFT display is crisp and easy to read, showing navigation, ride stats, and connectivity options like Apple CarPlay and Bluetooth pairing. The interface feels intuitive. BMW clearly designed it for real riders, not just tech lovers. There's also an optional heated seat and grips, along with smart storage and integrated charging ports for longer journeys. Safety hasn't been ignored either. You get cornering ABS, traction control, hill start assist, and even a radar-based adaptive cruise control option. These features don't just sound fancy, they genuinely make long rides safer and less tiring. BMW has struck that rare balance between performance and peace of mind, something many rivals still struggle to match. Now, this all sounds like perfection on paper, but there's always a catch. The lighter chassis and stripped-back styling have sparked debate among purists who loved the bulkier, more rugged feel of the older GS. Some say the new model feels a bit too refined, too polished. And while the performance numbers are solid, they're not groundbreaking compared to rivals like the Ducati Multistrada V4 or KTM 1290 Super Adventure. Still, the R12 GS 2026 delivers something unique, a sense of connection between rider and machine that's hard to quantify. It feels alive beneath you, eager to respond to every input. But the big question remains, does all this new engineering and design justify its price tag? And how does it really perform when pushed to the limits? We'll tackle that next, along with the highlights, drawbacks, and the truth about whether this bike is worth your hard-earned money. And here's where the BMW R12 GS 2026 truly shows what it's made of. The moment you take it off the pavement and onto the trail, everything clicks. The balance, the throttle response, the suspension, it all feels perfectly dialed in. You stand on the pegs, lean into a curve, and the bike moves like it's reading your mind. The Torque comes in smooth but strong, letting you power through loose gravel or climb steep inclines without hesitation. It's confident, it's capable, and it feels lighter than its size suggests. On the open highway, the story gets even better. At 70 mph, the Boxer engine hums with a steady rhythm. No harsh vibrations, no fatigue. The windscreen and fairing design deflect air perfectly, creating a calm bubble even at higher speeds. You could ride for hours without wanting to stop. Then switch over to dynamic mode, twist the throttle, and suddenly this adventure tour turns into something that feels close to a sport bike. Tight, aggressive, and alive. But the real surprise comes when you compare it side by side with rivals like the Ducati Multistrada V4 or KTM 1290 Super Adventure. On paper, both have more horsepower and cutting-edge tech. Yet, in the real world, the R12 GS holds its own, thanks to its balance, comfort, and that classic BMW feel of precision engineering. It may not win every drag race, but it wins where it matters, the experience. Still, it's not flawless. The lower-end Torque could use a bit more punch for hardcore off-roaders, and at this price point, some riders expected a few more standard features that BMW keeps locked behind optional packages. But even with those flaws, there's something about this machine that feels complete. It's not just a motorcycle, it's a statement. So, has BMW finally built the ultimate all-rounder? Or does the R12 GS 2026 still leave room for rivals to catch up? Let's break down the key highlights and drawbacks to see where this adventure legend truly stands. After spending time with the BMW R12 GS 2026, one thing is crystal clear: this isn't just another update. It's BMW's confident statement about where the future of adventure riding is headed. The R12 GS bridges old-school riding emotion with modern precision, giving you that raw connection to the road while still surrounding you with technology that quietly has your back. If you're the kind of rider who values control, comfort, and a machine that feels built for every mile ahead, this bike fits perfectly. It's ideal for long-distance tourers, weekend explorers, or anyone who wants a single motorcycle that can handle both asphalt and adventure. The new chassis makes it feel more agile than its size suggests, and the electronics give you reassurance without taking away the thrill of riding. Still, it's not without trade-offs. Hardcore off-road riders might find the Torque curve a bit tame for aggressive terrain, and BMW's tradition of expensive add-ons continues, so the price can climb fast once you start picking options. But when you look at the overall package, the craftsmanship, the balance, the ride feel, it's hard to argue against what BMW has accomplished here. In the current US market, where adventure bikes are more popular than ever, the R12 GS stands as a reminder that refinement doesn't have to mean losing character. It's not chasing numbers or trying to outspec its rivals. It's about delivering an experience that feels unmistakably BMW. And that might just be its greatest strength. So, is the 2026 R12 GS the best adventure bike money can buy? Maybe. But it's definitely the one that makes you want to pack your bags, pick a direction, and just keep riding. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, share your thoughts below. Would you choose the R12 GS over Ducati's Multistrada or KTM's Super Adventure? And don't forget to subscribe for more honest, rider-focused reviews every week.